So my first tip that I'm gonna give you to boost your strumming pattern is to literally focus on the place where you're strumming. So let me start by saying every ukulele has a sweet spot. And that is the place where the strumming, the playing, like everything you do sounds the most resonant. So where the sound is the fullest. And even though every uke has a sweet spot, this spot is not on the same place on every uke. Allow me to demonstrate. In this demonstration, I'm going to do a downstroke on different parts of the uke, and I'm gonna apply the exact same pressure on each downstroke that I'm playing. And I'm gonna start here and then end here. So you can already hear that the sound over here is so much fuller than over here. So this is going to be the place where you strum. Because the strings are looser over here and don't have that much tension, it's much better to strum over here than over here. I can guarantee you that if you strum on the sweet spot of your uke, the strumming pattern on itself will be boosted already. So that's my first tip. And to explain my second tip, I'm going to use the island strum as an example. I'm going to break it down real quick. The island strum is down, down, up, ghost strum. So the ghost strum is a movement in which you make a strumming movement, but you don't really play the strum. It's really to keep the rhythm of the strumming pattern. So it's gonna be down, down, up, ghost strum, and then up, down, up. If I speed it up, it sounds like this. Okay, so for my second tip, I would highly recommend you to add some percussion to the strumming pattern. And don't worry, I'm going to show you a way right now that you can implement today. So this is what I would do. So I'm actually tapping this part of the uke right below the fretboard and not at the bottom of the uke, but pretty close to the fretboard. Now why should you stay close to the fretboard? It's because you're going to do an upstroke straight after and you don't want to lose time. So it's going to be down, down, up, tap, up, down, up. So as you can already hear, the ghost strum I previously mentioned in the previous example has disappeared and has been replaced by the tap. I'm tapping with my index finger and middle finger combined, but you can also do just your index finger. So down, down, up, tap, up, down, up. So altogether it would sound like this. You can already hear some sort of, tropical situation in the strumming. It sounds super cool and flowy. So once you got a little groove with it and once you got used to it, it's time for my third tip to boost your strumming pattern. My third tip is to really emphasize certain strums in your pattern. So let me demonstrate. The island strum, if I would really dissect it, it's gonna be down, down, up, ghost, up, down, up. So now I'm playing everything at the same volume. But now if I would emphasize certain strums, it would sound like this. I really hope that you can hear the difference in the video, but I'm going to explain it to you. So if you follow my steps, you'll be able to hear the difference yourself, if you haven't heard it in the video already. So what I'm actually doing is I'm putting an emphasis, like I am playing the first strum louder and the semi-last strum louder. So if I would really make it very exaggerated, it would sound like this. Like I said, I am exaggerating it a little bit, but it's really for you to hear the difference and also to feel the vibe. So if you're practicing it, I would highly recommend you to also exaggerate it for yourself, because this way you're teaching your muscle memory and your mind to really register the difference in volume and the difference in pressure that you're adding on your strums. And on top of this demonstration, I'm also going to lay down the strumming pattern over here so you can really see it visually and get a better impression of what you're actually doing. And I would highly recommend you to first practice one loop and then do several in a row, because otherwise it could become very confusing in the beginning. So I would recommend you to actually do one loop, then leave a long gap, and then do one loop again. So like this. Gap. Gap. You don't really have to say gap like that, but it's really to show you where the gap is. And as you practice and integrate everything in your muscle memory, you'll soon be able to close the gap. And then you'll have everything in one flow. So focus on that and then add chords. Before we go into the fourth and final tip in this video, I'm going to show you how you can apply the 3 tips I just gave you all at once. So far we've had the sweet spot, percussion, and emphasis on certain strums. Altogether it would sound like this. Alright, I mean, my fourth tip on how to boost your strumming patterns, it's not really literally a way to boost your strumming pattern, but it is a way to diversify your playing in a song, because it can also be boring to play the same strumming pattern throughout. So let me paint you a picture real quick. So imagine you're playing this super cool, heartfelt, slow song, and you arrive at the break or the bridge, and it feels a bit wrong to kind of bulldoze the strumming pattern that you've been doing in this section of the song. So what do? What I would do in this situation is to literally switch up the way that you're playing the song. So you can do that by switching from strumming to fingerpicking. So let me show you how to do the basics of fingerpicking right now. So the first thing you pay attention to when you start fingerpicking on the ukulele is to really play at the right spot, and also to assign each finger to a string. So the G string I play with my thumb, the C string I play with my index finger, the E string I play with my middle finger, and the A string I play with my ring finger. And then I hold it like this in a claw position. Then I play G, C, E, A, G, C, E, A. So one by one. I make sure to really keep the same flow with this. So not to do and then a break, but to really do it like this. So no stops over here. So that is one way you can do it. So this is what it sounds like with chords. And if you want to switch up your finger picking, here's another one. So it's going to be G, A, E, C, G, A, E, C. So the first string you play down, and then the other three you're playing A, E, C like that. So it's going to be. So with the chords it sounds like this. But my advice is really to focus first on this part of the uke and then on this part of the uke. So really get used to the way of playing with your fingers separate instead of with the strum in one movement. So you can apply both finger picking patterns in the break or in different sections of the song, however you like. And finger picking in between is a way to boost your strumming patterns as well, because now you can put more emphasis on the usage of the strumming pattern. And for the listener, it's really cool to kind of hear it switching up, and it draws more attention and appreciation to the strumming pattern. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon in the next video.